gentlemen, we have called you together to inform you that we are going to overthrow the United States government. Do you still think that jet fuel brought down the World Trade Center? Does anybody else see a problem here? If the government has nothing to hide, why are they so afraid to answer a few questions? This story does not add up. Listen to me, listen to your don't listen to anything they say.
It is Tuesday, September 27th, 2011. This is InfoWars Nightly News. I am your host, Alex Jones. But first, I wanted to get into a report that came out. Goldman Sachs rules the world. They're in their little Emperor Palpatine chair. And when a private trader was on the BBC, a private stock trader, he said what many other stock traders like Max Kaiser and others have said on BBC. Max, of course, has previously had a show on BBC, that Goldman Sachs and the banking cartel rule the world and that their banking takeover is a cancer. So what did Forbes and others run with today? They came out and implied, well, this could be a hoax. No real trader would actually come out and say such things when Ron Paul is talking like this in major polls. Goldman Sachs and other members of the private Federal Reserve are the most unpopular institutions, corporations in the world. But their response through Forbes and other publications is, this is ridiculous. Some trader went on TV, some stock trader, and said the obvious. It must be a hoax. I mean, we have the Goldman Sachs emails where they said, yeah, we're selling our customers absolute you-know-what tea. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, we're betting against it. I mean, everybody knows it's Goldman Sachs and J.P. Morgan and Bank of America and Wells Fargo that run the New World Order and are setting up the global carbon taxes and have got Warren Buffett out lobbying for higher taxes on the rich. He means the middle class, so they can get that money in a banker bailout. He's trying to fool the underclass to rob what's left of the middle class because he knows he's exempt from all the laws. That's why he pays almost no taxes, and Google and General Electric pay almost no taxes, in some cases zero, because they're globalist. They're exempt. Let's go ahead and go to this clip of the stock trader on BBC that freaked out the establishment.
And it's going to fall pretty hard because markets are ruled right now by fear. Investors and the big money, the smart money, I'm talking about the big funds, the hedge funds, the institutions, they don't buy this rescue plan. They basically, they know the market is toast. They know the stock market is finished. The euro, as far as they're concerned, they don't really care. They're moving their money away to safer assets, like treasury bonds, 30-year bonds, and the U.S. dollar. So it's not going to work.
We keep hearing that whatever the politicians are suggesting, and admittedly it's all been rather
let's stop there.
So far.
You notice he's stating what's an admitted fact. There's total capital flight out of Europe. And then next it'll run out of the dollar. This is a consolidation. Our guest and economist predicted this years ago. I mean, it's an admitted total sell-off, basically, in many sectors to get away from it. And they know it's been designed to implode Europe. Now they want a new Bank of the World based in Europe that the countries no longer have any sovereignty and pay all their taxes into. This is all admitted. And our media, the corporate mercenary media, is bemoaning that the Germans don't want to go along with this and the French don't want to go along with this. They're all freaking out over it. But then meanwhile, this guy comes on and states what everybody knows, and Forbes and others come out and say, this must be a hoax. That was a joke or something. This guy must be with the yes men. In a world of universal deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act, as George Orwell said. Let's go back to a little bit more of the clip.
Isn't right. Can you pin down exactly what would keep investors happy, make them feel more confident?
That's a tough one.
Stop it.
Personally,
I'll answer the question. The 1.5 quadrillion in derivatives, that is hundreds of times all the real assets that are in the world, that the mega banks created to buy up the planet, and then now they're trying to hand us their debt and say, make us your kings and pay off this debt. It's impossible. They're only using it as a way to consolidate our wealth, where we always give them more bailouts, more and more taxes. I'll tell you what will restore confidence in the real world. Write off all that garbage debt. Sure, if you've got a mortgage, fine, you owe it. Sure, if your city has a debt, you owe it. But 90+% of this, it's admitted, in Greece, Ireland, here in the U.S., and Europe proper, isn't owed by the countries or the people. Okay? Get that straight. It's a hoax. We don't owe this money. Just because the banksters created over 1,000 trillion in garbage, counterfeit trash doesn't mean that we have to pay for this. It's a black hole. I told you that almost 3 years ago in the Obama deception. It's impossible to pay back. It's designed to destroy the world economy, to set up a world government. And now you see them announcing the world government is the answer. I'm sorry, we got a lot of news coming up and I'm ranting. But this is unscripted. This is reality-based. Let's go back to the video clip.
It doesn't matter. See, I'm a trader. I don't really care about that kind of stuff. I go with what if I see an opportunity to make money, I go with that. So for most traders, it's not about that we don't really care that much how they're going to fix the economy, how they're going to fix the whole situation.
Yeah, this is predatory.
Our job is to make money from it.
There you go.
And personally, I've been dreaming of this moment for 3 years. I have a confession, which is I go to bed every night. I dream of another recession. I dream of another moment like this.
Stop right there. In fact, I should have told the crew to put this together. Try to search it right now and put it on screen, on the front screen or on the side screen over here. George Soros, I'm having a great crisis. And he said that 3 years ago. That little criminal, he's a convicted criminal all over the world, is saying it again. This guy is just saying what the real stock traders. Max Kaiser worked with George Soros' son. Max Kaiser invented many of the modern technologies they've got, like virtual trading. And he'll tell you, they sit around and talk about screwing everybody. This is who runs our country and our society. They want to sell little old ladies garbage. It's a joke to them. They're wrecking our society. They're not free market. These creatures like George Soros survive off banker bailout money. They say, oh my gosh, we've tied all our fraud to your pension funds, bail us out. And then when we give them the money to bail it out, they don't prop up the pension funds. They take it and laugh at us. Look at him. I'm having a very good crisis. They're laughing at you. And this trader goes on TV and says what's really happening. The video clip goes viral, and they're angry at him that he did this because it was too much of the stock trader's regular arrogance altogether. You're not supposed to talk about the public as a bunch of scum unless you're a big king daddy pimp like George Soros. Let's go back to the rest of the clip.
People don't seem to maybe remember, but the 30s depression, the depression in the 30s, wasn't just about a market crash. There were some people who were prepared to make money from that crash.
Wow.
And I think anybody can do that. It isn't just for some people in the elite. Anybody can actually make money. It's an opportunity. When the market crashes, when the euro and the big stock markets crash, if you know what to do...
This guy's telling you the hat trick.
If you have the right plan to set up, you can make a lot of money from this. For example, hedging strategies is one.
Now, the whole market's rigged for insiders.
Then investing in bonds, treasury bonds.
They know when there's a new war. They know when they're going to announce a new policy.
Around me, jaws have collectively dropped at what you've just said.
Hit pause right there. This supposed financial news reporter at the BBC, this dingbat, this info tart, is like people's jaws. In fact, I shouldn't be mean. She's probably a great person who probably scheduled him to get the truth out. I'm being mean right now. The point is, she's up there acting like, why, our collective jaws have just dropped. You just said the sky is blue and water is wet in little birdie's tweet. She's saying, why, people's collective jaws just dropped. You mean the big brokerage firms don't love us? Let's go back to the rest of it.
We appreciate your candour. However, it doesn't help the rest of us, does it? Or the rest of the Eurozone?
Listen, I would say this to everybody who's watching this. This economic crisis is like a cancer. If you just wait and wait, thinking this is going to go away, just like a cancer, it's going to grow and it's going to be too late. What I would say to everybody is get prepared. This is not a time right now to wishful thinking the government is going to sort things out. The government
that's enough.
don't rule the world.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was the kicker. Back it up 20 seconds. I forgot why we played the clip. He said, this is not a game. It's not a joke. Goldman Sachs rules the world. It's a controlled implosion. Wow, I was about to cut it off right at the money shot. But what's so shocking about this is that it's so true. And that it's stated on BBC that reaches tens of millions of people worldwide, and it scared a bunch of people. See, the insiders are sitting around in their $100 million houses right now laughing about this, and they don't want you to know they're getting ready to drop the hammer on you. They want you to naively play along with patty cake with them. Now, see, if I had a teleprompter, I wouldn't have said patty cake. And I could have, like, the White House just download talking points for me as they do for the major media. But see, occasionally something slips out on these type of programs that isn't scripted, and that's why they've come out and attacked this guy. Let's have him continue.
Thinking the government is going to sort things out. The governments don't rule the world. Goldman Sachs rules the world. Goldman Sachs does not care about this rescue package, neither does the big funds. So actually, what I would actually tell people, I want to help people. People can make money from this. It isn't just traders. What they need to do is learn about how to make money from a downward market. The first thing people should do is protect.
You can watch the rest of the clip up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com and Zero Hedge and everywhere else. You're not supposed to tell people how to actually protect themselves. That's why they're trying to drive down gold and silver, is because it is the obvious real money solution to the fiat poison. Okay.